What is up, my peeps? Joshua Smith at GSD Mode Studios with another weekly leveling up video, where every single week I come at you in this leveling up series with different ways to level up in your life. Motivation, inspiration, strategic tactics to go out there and continue growing. And today I'm here to talk to you about happiness. How to become truly happy, how to become truly fulfilled, and how to do that by serving others. And this is a really important topic. You know, so much of us are chasing. I know for me, for the longest time, and it took me years and years and years on my success journey to find true fulfillment, to find true joy, right? Like I'd have things that would make me happy, but that happiness was just temporary. It would go away, right? And again, if we don't know how to effectively do this, we could be chasing our whole entire life the wrong things and then just be miserable our whole entire life, right? So this becomes really important. So before I jump into my recommendations on how to become extremely, truly happy, make sure to subscribe to this channel. If you're watching this on YouTube, so hit the subscribe button below. There's gonna be a bell that pops up next to that. Hit those, that'll make sure that you get alerted every time I release one of these new videos so you don't miss out on it. Also, if you're listening to this on audio, so if you're on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, Spotify, wherever you're at, make sure to leave us a 5-star rating, review. All of that, you guys, is your way of supporting the show. It allows us to get more views, get more recommends, expand our audience, impact more people, as well as it has, like, the more that we have of people following the reviews, the higher level guests that we can book for the podcast interviews. And we want to continue bringing brilliant minds on the show and having them share all their great ideas and everything that they do in their business and in their life with all of you. So again, thank you so much for watching. Please do those actions. I know it's a pain in the ass, but it truly means a lot to me. All right, so let's get on into this happiness. So again, you got to understand that there is a difference between happiness and joy. So and this is going to sound really weird because I just said, well, how do you find true happiness? Well, you got to understand that happiness is temporary. What we're truly seeking, whether you want to call it joy or fulfillment, that's what we're truly seeking. That's long-term happiness, if you will, right? There's a difference. Like, okay, I go out there and buy my dream car. That's going to make me happy in the moment. And then maybe for the first month or so while I'm driving it, but eventually I'm just like, fuck, it's just a car. It's a piece of metal. No longer is making me happy. And also that is us trying to be happy or gaining happiness through external things, right? It's not really bringing us fulfillment internally. I remember hearing Oprah say, who is the richest woman on the planet, worth billions of dollars, talking about all of the stuff that she has, like her $88 million second vacation home in Hawaii, like all this, and I don't know exactly what all her vacation homes are valued at, but the chick has nice shit, right? But she's like, look, I can't think of anything of all those material possessions that brings me happiness. Right? Like, I'm sure when she first bought it, it brought her happiness, right? But then over time, and that dissipates. It isn't about that. So how do you go then to finding true joy and true fulfillment? And I can just share my experiences with you, but also as I was going down my journey to be able to seek this and find this, because this is, at the end of the day, this is what I think we all really want. At least everybody that I have deep level conversations with, this is what they really want, right? To get up every single day, be energetic, feel great about life, love life, enjoy life, feel great about the person that you are, the things that you're doing and executing on. And again, just go out there like being truly interested in having an high energetically love for friggin' life. Yeah, I mean, how dope is that? Instead, we kind of most people operate in this element of misery. And this is where I was at until I discovered what I'm going to share with you here today. So the first mistake that I made, now I was going out there and trying to serve others, but not in the right way, right? I heard a quote a long time ago, which I'm sure it's a famous quote out there. All of you have heard it. I think it's by Zig Ziglar. I could be wrong on that, but it was something along the lines with, hey man, like if you want to be happy, make other people happy. Like if you make enough people happy, you will find happiness, right? Like if you want to create success, help others create a lot of success and you'll become successful. And all that made sense, right? I'm like, okay, I see how that can happen. And if you look at any great product, like how's Jeff Bezos the richest human being on the planet? Because he made so many people's lives better. Like I can't fathom life without Amazon now today. My life is so much better. I'm able to spend more time with my kids, get more done at work, create more opportunities for my family, right? Like every aspect of my life is better because of Amazon now today, right? So boom, he had a massive impact on people's lives, and now he's the richest dude on the planet, right? So, all of that made sense to me, right? But I was still, and I didn't discover this until, it took a long time to discover this, right, for me, but I still was going about it for the wrong reasons, right? I was doing, trying to make others successful, trying to, create this podcast to have a positive impact on you guys, but I had a selfish underlying reason. That selfish underlying reason was, hey, shit, if I create enough of these leveling ups and enough of these real estate tips and enough of this and help enough of you guys be successful and our audience be successful and go out there and crush it, man, I'm going to continue to crush it and take my life to the next level. So there was a conditional, right? There was a condition attached to it, right? Like at some point, I expected to get mine. So there was a selfish component to it. And wasn't able to find true joy, true fulfillment until I detached from that condition, right? So like people talk about the word unconditional love, right? Oh, and maybe your spouse will tell you, oh, I love you unconditionally. Okay, well, shit, if I started, cheating on you and becoming abusive verbally and, treating you like shit and, whatever, would you still love me? Well, no, I wouldn't tolerate that. Okay, well, that's a condition. Like you love me as long as I don't do these things. Yeah, right? Same thing with, people's kids. It's like, oh, well, if my kid did this, right, that would affect the relationship. Or think about even the worst case scenarios. Maybe your kid goes to prison. Yeah, right? Well, I'll love you as long as you don't go to prison. Right? That's attaching a condition to it. Yeah, right? So I had to give up these conditions that I was holding on to. And I didn't know I was even holding on to them, right? Until I started doing the internal work to seek fulfillment and truly, discover who I am at the core. Like strip everything away, you lose everything, everything's gone. Your name, right, your business, your cars, everything's gone. Like who are you? Like who still are you at the core? And when I was seeking down that journey, because it was like, look, I kept stacking more clients, more money, more things, but I still was like, dude, none of this is making me feel more fulfilled. I've still had a ton of dark days and still, I've had times where peaks and valleys, right? Times where I feel like I was on top of the world and then bam, right, we're at the bottom of the world. It's like the actor or actress that's known for their beauty and their looks. And then all of a sudden maybe they get older and, but they had their whole identity was attached to around that. And you hear from, Cindy Crawford, like the famous supermodel, right? Like she talks about that and how she had to overcome that, right? And re-identify herself and not make it about her modeling career anymore, right? So, and you hear this with professional athletes, right? It's like, dude, the second they retire, the second it's done, it's like now they're not important to the franchise. They're not, and a lot of them get depressed and go broke and because they're trying to, buy friendships and whatever. Like that's what we don't want to be chasing. So I had to, again, identify the areas of my life where I had these conditions, right? And get rid of those, right? So now today, like when I'm creating this video with you guys here, those of you that are watching and listening to this video, as I'm creating this, for me, this is just about impacting you with never expecting anything back. And when you think about when you give or to charity or you give to somebody, that's like the best form of giving. When you give to somebody that has a big impact on them, and you know that there's no way they can ever pay you back, and you don't expect anything back from it. You are just giving from a 100% selfless, point or however you want to classify that. That's what you feel the best when you're giving. So it's operating in the same way. Now that doesn't mean there's anything wrong with making money. I still have monetary goals. I still want to grow it, right, and do those things. But when the things that I do for impact, right, I'm doing those things with zero expectation in return, right? So like before, it was like I do something for my wife and be like, okay, well, I hope I get a blowjob tonight, right? Then I'd act like a little fucking, piss brat kid when I didn't get the blowjob, right? Or whatever it may be. Maybe that's a little TMI. But you get what I'm saying. Like now, it's like, okay, hey, let me do something nice just to do it nice. And if I get nothing back, that's okay. Like there's no conditions attached. Right? Same thing in business, same thing with, whatever. Again, there's a fine line. I'm not saying to go become a charity and not make money and not care about making money and growing. Like, dude, money is a scoreboard for the impact that you're making. But if you want to make big impact, you got to give up those conditions. Right? Because your heart, your head, your heart, all that has to truly be in it to go out there and make that impact. So when you're servicing your clients, right? Don't make it about how many referrals they're going to give you, whatever. Like if you serve and support them at the highest level, put their needs before your commission check, before your paycheck, do everything you can to go above and beyond, make this the best experience and make this about them and serving them at the highest level. But I guarantee those referrals are going to come back tenfold, right? It's just how the universe works. But more importantly, because the revenue may come, but you can make all the money that you want in the world. But if you don't have joy, if you don't have fulfillment, what's the point? Right? I mean, money doesn't buy happiness. We've all heard that saying a million times. Right? I'd argue that a life with money is better than without. However, like we know that, I mean, there's so many miserable, rich motherfuckers that exist out there. Why? Right? They're chasing the wrong things. They're chasing the accolades. They're chasing, whatever. They're not doing it for the right reasons. So this is, for me, how I have found true joy, true fulfillment, and the only way. Tried so many different ways. This is the only thing that's worked. And since I started operating in this way, for the first time in my life, I felt true joy in every aspect of my life, which for me is the goal of life, right? So anyway, I hope you found this content helpful and powerful. Go out there, apply it. The cool thing is, you guys, you can just apply this for a week. Do this for a week, right? Remove those conditions. Just go out there and give and do nice shit and go above and beyond and try to impact others' lives without expecting anything back. Do it for a week and see how you feel. If you feel no different, still feel shitty, whatever, then fucking just go back to your old ways. Like you got nothing to lose but everything to gain, right? But before I let you guys go, make sure to check us out at gsdmode.com, which is our main podcast hub website where you can see a ton more episodes just like this one, plus our weekly real estate tips, plus our top interviews, as well as a lot of other dope resources and tools and trainings that you won't find on YouTube or anywhere else to help you grow and expand your life and your business. Also, if you're a real estate agent, make sure to check out my 3-hour in-depth online masterclass at growmyrealestatebusiness.com. And lastly, make sure to join, if you haven't already, the GSD Mode private Facebook group, which is just a group of thousands of like-minded entrepreneurs and real estate agents just like you and I that are looking to level up. It's a safe place. There's nothing allowed to be sold in there. Second somebody self-promotes, we boot them, ban them. They're not allowed back in. So we have a very strict policy on that. Just so we're already sold enough, man. We need a safe place to be able to ping ideas off of each other, ask for help when needed, get inspiration, and just go out there and grow. So great place for that. Links will be below for all of those sites to check out. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening. Keep up the amazing work. Keep leveling up, and I'll see you next time. Peace.